Streaming live across the country, tackling the topics everyone is talking about online. Share, engage, and interact. This is Newsfeed Now.
Hey everyone, glad you can join us on this Tuesday for Newsfeed Now. I'm Suzanne Bruner, taking a look at the top stories creating a buzz online. It was a big story yesterday, and that remains the same today. We're talking about Bubba Wallace, the only black driver in NASCAR's top circuit. He was the focus at the Geico 500 Monday. You've probably seen the video and the powerful images online that depict a massive show of solidarity for Bubba after he found a noose hanging in his garage stall at the Talladega Superspeedway Sunday. Malik Rankin has the moment when fellow drivers, pit crew, and other NASCAR employees came together to his support.
Bubba Wallace was overcome with emotion as his fellow NASCAR drivers pushed his car to the front of the raceway, showing their support. After the race, he says he's not going to let the person that left a noose in his garage win.
The sport is changing. The deal that happened yesterday, sorry I'm not wearing my mask, but I wanted to show whoever it was that you're not going to take away my smile, and I'm going to keep on going.
We want to stand with our friend, and we want to stand with Bubba, and that's what took place through last night, this morning, and then as this idea came together today, and the teams wanted to get involved as well, and you saw the support. It's pretty amazing.
The Attorney General and FBI are now investigating the noose found in Wallace's garage stall on Sunday. This comes just 1 week after NASCAR announced its Confederate flag ban. Talladega Mayor Timothy Ragland says he's offered up the city's resources to aid in the investigation.
You know, it goes to show that a lot of people in NASCAR stand against those acts of racism and bigotry, and to see all the other teams walking in solidarity with Bubba it was just amazing.
I think that was a beautiful gesture towards Bubba Wallace because I appreciated the sport being behind him, but seeing the drivers physically push his car to the front of the grid, I thought was the most selfless gesture to show that we are behind them.
NASCAR President Steve Phelps says whoever placed the noose in Wallace's garage will be banned from NASCAR for life.
Wow, and we'd like to bring in Conan Gasquet right now from Birmingham, Alabama. Conan, thanks for joining us. I think it's safe to say I don't think anyone has ever seen a movement like this on the track before. A lot of emotion over the course of 2 days. And I know you were describing it yesterday when the news came out yesterday, but when you take a look at that video and it shows Wallace, the NASCAR family coming together, what has been the overall feeling in Alabama?
You know, I think people are just amazed by the demonstration of support there for Bubba Wallace. I think that's going to be, you know, the lasting image of this race and one of the lasting images of this NASCAR season for a long time to come. You know, it was obviously an outstanding finish, very close there at the end as Ryan Blaney was able to get the win. But I don't think that's what people are going to remember. People are going to remember Bubba Wallace for the stand that he took against the Confederate flag, NASCAR following suit with that, and the way that everything played out, and the way that he kept a positive attitude about all this, saying that, hey, this is a despicable situation, but I'm not going to let it break me. And clearly he did not do that, leading laps in the race, ultimately finishing 14th. And you could just see the tremendous support, not only of the folks within NASCAR, but the fans that supported him as well. Really incredible.
Yeah, all across the country for sure. And I know a lot of people have been following this story. Where does this investigation stand at this point?
You know, there's nothing new as of this morning. We are, you know, still kind of, waiting to hear from the FBI about, kind of what the latest is. Just trying to see, who potentially may have been involved in this. I know NASCAR is involved in the investigation. The FBI, I understand, is leading the investigation. We don't know for sure if there are cameras in the garage. I would think that there would be that might provide some potential evidence. It remains to be seen kind of how this will play out, but we know that my understanding is that the FBI is looking into that.
Yeah, I was just about to ask you that because a lot of people online, they're very curious about what the scene looks like out there. They can imagine that there might be some cameras just about everywhere you go. It's very secure. Does NASCAR believe they will find whoever did this soon?
I haven't had a chance to talk to any officials with NASCAR specifically about kind of what their hopes and expectations are, but I know that NASCAR has made it abundantly clear that they're going to do everything they can to find the person involved in this. Obviously, this is not something that NASCAR is going to tolerate. They have had a focus on diversity for quite a while. They have the Drive for Diversity program, and Bubba Wallace came through that program. It's a program designed to create a more diverse NASCAR, to promote NASCAR to people of color and get, more people of color involved in NASCAR in various different ways. And again, Bubba Wallace is someone who has come through this program. So this is certainly something that NASCAR does not want, and they want to make sure that it's clear that they're not going to tolerate anything like this again.
All right, Conan, we appreciate your time. Thank you. In Columbus, Ohio, the police department responded to claims officers maced an unarmed man with prosthetic legs at a Black Lives Matter protest. A video showing what happened is actually being shared online, but police say their video paints a very different picture. Here's Mark Taylor.
For the first time in a couple weeks, protesters and Columbus police clashing at the intersection of Broad and High in downtown Columbus. This comes after several weeks of mostly peaceful demonstrations.
When this is Juneteenth weekend, it's crazy. This don't even make sense. The police was not out here. Why now? Why they coming out with the roar gear now? They back to where we started when this first started 4 weeks ago. This is not fair.
For weeks, demonstrators have been gathering daily on High Street in front of the State House, sometimes in the streets. Until Sunday, Columbus police were not seen in the area.
High Street and Broad Street is one of our most vital intersections that we have, and it's important that we keep that clear.
According to Sergeant James Fuqua, police showed up today out of concern for more people being out for Father's Day and what's happened in recent nights. He says cars and buses have been blocked in by demonstrators, there have been shots fired calls in the area, and fires have been set. State Patrol shared a picture of this one from overnight Friday into Saturday.
We have tried every measure necessary prior to today of allowing that to be blocked, and we've unfortunately had these incidents every night where it has become far too dangerous.
But protesters say it doesn't warrant Sunday's police response.
I've been down here every night. It's been peaceful. Some people got their cars blocked in for like maybe 5-10 minutes at the top, but they get escorted through. It's nothing where this problem where all these cop cars should be out here. It's nothing for that.
On Sunday, police showed up around 1:30 and say it was calm for about an hour and a half, but at some point, people took to the streets. At one point, police body cam on High Street by the State House shows a scooter being thrown towards officers. Police say that's when things took a turn. Police arrested the man who threw the scooter. 26-year-old Douglas Herring is charged with assault on an officer. Eventually, the crowd moved to blocking the intersection of Broad and High. Police also used pepper spray there, along with their bikes, to break up the crowd. This about a week after Mayor Andrew Ginther called on the police department to stop using pepper spray or tear gas on non-aggressive crowds.
Again, we followed the guidelines set forth by Mayor Ginther and Chief Quinlan that we absolutely used maximum restraint in using pepper spray as our last resort. Everyone has a right to peacefully protest, but there is a clear difference between protesting legally and protesting illegally.
All right, right now I'd like to bring in Christine Varconi from Columbus. Christine, thanks so much for joining us. I'd like to ask, I know that the mayor is looking into this and asking the public to send in any additional video or pictures they may have of that incident. Anything new on that side of things? Has he received any additional information?
So the mayor hasn't released any new information today, but this asking of people to send in videos and photos of any kind of what they would perceive as police misconduct. He's been asking for that for a while, so this wasn't a unique thing, and we're unsure if people have been sending in video outside the one that you guys just saw there of the original Reddit posting. But like you said, in the package, police emphatically deny the claims that they took this man's legs. They do say that they maced him. They acknowledge that, and as you saw, they said that he was throwing objects at them. So this actually comes after several days of peaceful protesting in Columbus. This past Sunday is when everything kind of got all riled up again with police and protesters clashing.
Yeah, from my understanding, I know you guys have covered several stories on this, but there were 3 body cam footages that the police released along with some street view cameras as well. You know, this is where our jobs become so important because there's a lot of information, there's a lot of pictures and video that are shared daily online. They depict a story that people are quick to believe, but walk us through your process of getting this kind of information and how it turned into a matter the city would look into with the help of the public.
Yeah, I'm actually really glad you asked that because we caught a lot of backlash at the station, people messaging us and DMing us on Twitter saying, why aren't you covering this? Why aren't you covering this? But we wanted to make sure we got every side of the story. We know that there are body cameras being worn by all of our police officers. We know that there was a city camera right there. So we wanted to make sure we got that footage to confirm independently, and it turned out it wasn't exactly like people are saying. They brought us 3 different angles, the police department, that showed a completely different side to what was being posted and blasted out all over social media. So like you said, it is so very important during these contentious times that we're doing our due diligence as journalists to make sure we're getting every angle and every side of the story. And I think we had every angle with 3 different cameras showing what was happening there that Sunday evening. All
right, well, we appreciate that report, Christine. Thanks so much for your time here on Newsfeed Now. There's a newspaper ad that's going around in Nashville, Tennessee, prophesizing an attack. The full-page advertisement evokes fear and threat of a nuclear attack. It claimed Islam would deliver the assault and destroy Nashville in a ball of fire. As Eric Egan reports, the Islamic community say they feel targeted by the ad and any potential repercussions.
Full page, evoking fear and the threat of a nuclear attack.
Our reaction was pure shock.
And claiming Islam would deliver it, destroying Nashville in a ball of fire. Sabina Moyuddin of the American Muslim Advisory Council and the local Islamic community say they feel targeted by the ad and any possible repercussions.
They were hurt. They were hurt, and they were fearful of the backlash that this would cause in the communities.
It ran Sunday in the Tennessean. The newspaper's editor apologized, calling it horrific and utterly indefensible in all circumstances. An important step, says Moyuddin, but not one that can retract what was revealed.
It's out there. You can pull the ad from online, but you can't undo the damage that was done.
Ad revenue was returned to the group which paid for it. The Tennessean's parent company, Gannett, will donate $14,000 in ad value to the American Muslim Advisory Council and $50,000 more in credit to that advocacy group. The advertising manager responsible for publishing has been fired.
Let's bring in Josh Breslow right now from Nashville. Let's continue from where this story ended. Someone was fired for this. How did this get overlooked at the Tennessean?
I mean, basically the Tennessean is saying they have a crew that looks at all of these stories and the ads that are being posted, and it somehow just kind of slipped through the cracks, which you saw there in the story. But it led to a big situation Sunday where people were freaking out all over Twitter about this because it's a very serious, I guess you could say, allegation here. And I mean, it offended a lot of people, and people were calling for someone to be fired, and now someone has been fired.
Yeah, what kind of reaction has the Islamic community received since the ad was published?
There were a lot of very upset people because it does target the Muslim community and says that this attack is going to happen next month and it's going to destroy Nashville, and says Donald Trump is the final president of this entire country. Yeah, there's been a very strong reaction from people on Twitter, Facebook, everywhere. We posted the story on our website, and it was the #1 story, not just for one day, but I think at this point it's still in the top 5. People are clicking on it and they want to learn more about it and how this even happened.
So from my understanding, the ad money was returned back to the group who wanted this ad published. Who was the group?
The group, I actually have to look it up here, but I can tell you that it is a group that has posted ads across other newspapers and things of that nature. So they've done similar things here. This isn't the first time that they've posted an ad like this. It just made it they don't actually get published in most papers, but somehow this did get published here.
All right.
We don't know how.
All right, Josh, well, we appreciate your time on Newsfeed Now. Thanks so much. Before we go, in times like these, a smile can go a long way, right? A dad-daughter duo in Kentucky is starting a movement one smile at a time. Here's Kate Springer with the heartwarming story.
Boo, you're my brown-eyed girl.
Maddie Ray loves to dance.
Get a peanut.
She loves her family. And while she can't tell you herself, her smile says it all.
The beauty of her smile and want to share it with the world.
Maddie has Down syndrome and is nonverbal, but it doesn't take much for her to communicate. When nothing else seems clear, it's Maddie's face lighting up that provides clarity for her dad, Michael.
When I always needed to be uplifted, I always had one constant thing in my life, and that was her.
He wondered if Maddie's grin could do that for him. What could it do for others?
What can we do now to take how she has changed my life to impact the lives of strangers?
Smile Project Louisville started with a photo in a Wendy's drive-thru in the spring of 2018.
I said I would love to take a picture to remember us smiling together in this moment, to say, thank you to us.
Hey guys, look, dynamic duo here today.
Never knowing a moment would become a movement.
This little platform that I created, really just to create change in my life and within our community, and I often say we live in a very special community in Louisville, has resonated well beyond the city of Louisville.
Are you ready to go surprise Anita? Let's go.
Now he travels around the area with Maddie, spreading hope and happiness, something that costs nothing, but the payoff is huge. Smile after smile, story after story, at first taking pictures of strangers throughout the city, and now granting random acts of kindness.
People started nominating people and would be like, telling the story of why somebody needed a smile.
I'm going to socially distance these balloons.
That takes a little creativity these days.
We've used 10-foot poles, and I put giant plastic over me to hug it out with people.
Each one a chance to change someone's day, someone's life.
We're going through some crazy times, whether it's a pandemic and all the stuff recently, with race relations, is that if you lead with love and you find love in your heart, you have the ability then to go around and smile at complete strangers.
It's real, man.
He recently took his message to 28th and Broadway outside the looted, boarded-up Kroger, an act of kindness that tripled right in front of his eyes.
It happened to be James, and it's an amazing moment.
We have $100 for you to go into Kroger's and shop.
It's that kind of moment he hopes to continue spreading with Maddie by his side.
I tell people we smile because life is hard, not easy.
Dad and daughter using a special smile to spread a message. No words necessary.
Be the reason someone smiles today, and I say, hey, give him a kiss, blow him a kiss.
Oh, I absolutely love this story. They are just the sweetest dad and daughter duo there, and it's true. It's amazing what a smile can do. It's infectious as well. So keep smiling and take their message as we head into the week and the weekend. Thanks so much for joining us. We hope you have a great rest of your Tuesday. We hope to see you right back here tomorrow, 10:30 Central Standard Time. Have a great day, everybody.